Hello, everybody. How are you doing? How are you doing? It's a lot going on right now. Let me get some things together really quickly. I hope everybody's doing all right. And thank you for joining me on this late Saturday evening. I definitely wanted to make sure, though, that I went live today and I did the episode today, no matter how late, because this was definitely a very special episode to me um, today in this topic. Today, I want to be talking about being in a toxic relationship and what does that mean? Um, I have been in toxic relationships myself, and I have seen people who have been in toxic relationships as well. And let me just fix this real quick, you guys. Sorry. There we go. Um, but I have been in a toxic relationship. I guess that's the best it's gonna do, you guys. There we go. Okay. So I have, like I said, been in a toxic relationship. I've seen plenty of my friends who have been in toxic relationships. And, like I said, I wanted to make sure that I did this episode because not only is it something that I've been through, is it something that I've seen people very close to me go through, but recently I lost a family member to being in a toxic relationship. And so, again, I want to thank you guys for joining me this Saturday and talking about this and really making this a conversation that really needs to be had. Again, the topic today, let me put it down there on the bottom for you guys, is I'm in a toxic relationship. What's a toxic relationship even in the first place? What even is that? Right? Isn't a toxic relationship somewhere where you can't grow, where you can't be happy, where you can't progress, where you can't be better? And so, like I said, I am someone who has experienced being in a toxic relationship. I have been married 2 times. The first marriage was very verbal abuse. It was just a lot of negative talking, being talked to negatively, just being put down, different things like that. It was just very toxic. There were points in the relationship where the locks were changed, and at that time, I only had Vea, so we have been locked out of the house twice, and it was toxic. I can remember, chasing him down the street and just like the crazy arguments and the fighting and it just being very toxic and me just feeling very just sad and just not feeling worthy and not feeling good enough. Moving forward from that, marrying my son's father, um, that too was toxic. It was toxic back when I was first dating that dude. So to get that dude a whole second chance, um it was a lot. It was a lot. And it was toxic. His demons that he had, it was toxic for me. I couldn't help him fight that. And so again, the arguing, the physical stuff, punching holes in my walls, tearing my house up, like that's toxic. That's toxic. And I feel like a lot of us make it normal that when we argue, somebody's disrespecting you, putting you down, putting their hands on you, tearing up your things. Like, yeah, we all get mad, we all get frustrated, we all handle emotions differently. Yes, that's true. But if you get angry enough to put your hands on me, I don't want to be with somebody that can get that angry where they want to put their hands on me. I don't want to be with you. Been there, done that. I don't want to be with you. I don't deserve that kind of love. I'm too pretty for somebody to be putting their hands up on me. So obviously, if you don't care enough about me to want to hurt me and want to see my pretty face or my pretty body bruised up, where's the love in that? If you are constantly telling me that I'm not good enough, or you know I'm not you can find somebody better than me. If that person's always telling you they can find them somebody better, let them find them somebody better and stop making you feel like you're not worthy, you're not good enough. Again, like I said, this is a really close topic for me because it's something that, again, I've been through. I think we all have, our stories of a toxic relationship and being in a toxic relationship. And I think we can all probably kind of agree, um, that it's not healthy. It's nothing healthy about being with someone who doesn't care, who doesn't support you, who doesn't respect your boundaries. There's nothing, there's no part of love about that. So again, today's topic is I'm in a toxic relationship. Let's talk about this. Phew, bless me. That's how the live videos go. But let's talk about this, guys. Are you in a toxic relationship? Maybe you don't want in a toxic relationship. Maybe you know somebody that's in a toxic relationship. Maybe you got out of a toxic relationship. Let's really talk about this. I want to take a quick music break. And after the music break, I want to share with you guys again why this topic is so important to me. Not only, like I said, have I been in a toxic relationship, I've seen people I care about in toxic relationships. And now I've just lost my cousin to him being in a toxic relationship. So don't go anywhere, you guys. Really want to talk about this. Suffering in silence. I'm in a toxic relationship. You guys, drop your comments below. Have you been in a toxic relationship? What makes a relationship toxic? It could be finances, it could be kids, it could be cheating, right? Maybe your dude is lazy. That's toxic too. Being with these men that don't want to work, that don't want to be providers, that's toxic. If that man makes you feel like, well, I'm here every day with you, I don't go nowhere, like that's not love. Men are supposed to provide, protect. If you're not providing and protecting, that's toxic. That's toxic for me because you're just weighing me down. You're not being residual, right? You want something that is going to keep bringing you good things, where good things, I'm going to say good things because in this instant I want to talk about relationships. And so you want to be in a relationship that's constantly giving without much effort, constantly giving love, care, support, protection, honesty, loyalty. They're giving these things on a daily basis, and you don't have to do nothing but wake up and say, hey, baby, and you are getting those things that you deserve. Hi, Kalani. How are you? Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you on. Thank you so much for sharing. So, if you don't mind, if you're still on, what really made it toxic for you guys? Because it was toxic. Yeah, I'm married twice. Like I said, it was toxic in that first marriage because he was very verbally abusive, just trying to make me feel like I wasn't good enough. And then in the second marriage, it was very toxic because he was a drug addict. He was lying about it. He was cheating, trying to meet up with other women. Putting his hands on me, tearing up my house. I had holes in my walls, and that was toxic, especially my daughter seeing that. That's not okay for somebody to be upset because they get caught cheating and now they want to tear up the house. They want to tear up the house because they can't clean up after themselves. Again, I see a lot of us in these toxic relationships. And the one thing, and I know I said we take a music break, we'll take a music break in just a second. What really kills me, is how normal it has become with cheating and infidelity. I see a lot of these posts where, some women are happy that their men are coming home to them. Well, sis, where else is he gonna go? If you're paying all the bills, using your food stamps, you cooking, you cleaning, you keeping them babies clean, why wouldn't he come back to you after he done fooling around, sis? That don't make you the one. That don't make you a winner because he came back to you after cheating. Girl, sometimes we don't want to be by ourselves that we would choose to let somebody love us less than we deserve. You would rather lay next to somebody that you know is being unfaithful to you. You would rather lay up with somebody who ain't got no job, who can't pay no bill. You want to give him a cookie because he's watching kids he helped lay up and make? He ain't a babysitter, he a daddy. And if he a babysitter, then he don't need to be laying up in your bed. Klein said it was the inability to compromise with her. It was her way or the highway. And that's another thing too, right? Somebody that wants to set boundaries but don't want to follow boundaries, right? Their way or the highway. And you have to compromise. Is it easy? Heck no. Heck no, it's not easy. But you say, okay, you have this idea, you have this idea. How can we combine these ideas so we both can be happy? You want McDonald's, I want KFC. How can we both be happy in this situation? Right? Why don't we just order out? And I order from McDonald's and you order from KFC, even though because neither one of us want to make 2 trips to a store, right? So let's just order out. I'll have KFC delivered, you have McDonald's delivered. There's a compromise. We eat dinner together, watch a movie, go to bed happy together. It doesn't always work that simply, but as an example, like I said, let's take our 2 ideas and let's make it so neither one of us are crossing boundaries, disrespecting each other. And especially when we have kids, I don't want my daughter thinking that it's okay for a man to call me out of my name because he's upset, make me feel like I'm less than a woman because he's upset. I don't want my daughter to think it's okay to be with a man who can't provide, who can't protect her, who she can't trust, who isn't loyal to her, who isn't honorable. Do some of y'all even know what those words mean? Again, a lot of us are in these relationships, and it doesn't just have to be, a sexual relationship that's toxic. It could be in a business relationship. There are toxic business relationships. Some of us are at work, and it is a very toxic work environment, right? But again, I see so many people in toxic relationships. And it is just blowing my mind that we choose to be in these situations. We choose to let somebody talk to us like we aren't crap or decide for us what we should be doing. Honey says, but a relationship is a two-way road. It may not be 50-50 all the time, which is understandable. We're supposed to pick up from our other half. And even if it's 70-30, it's compromise. We're supposed to work together, not against each other. Absolutely. I absolutely agree. Like I said, okay, we don't want to go to 2 different stores, but you want McDonald's, I want KFC. So let's make it easier. Let's DoorDash. You DoorDash McDonald's, I DoorDash KFC, and we can sit at the table together and eat dinner and be happy, right? And again, sometimes it doesn't always work like that. Okay, you know what? You want McDonald's, I want KFC. How about this? Let's flip a coin. Whichever one it flips on, that's where we'll go tonight, and then we'll go to the other place tomorrow. Compromise. Compromise. Again, two, we have to have a lot of self love as well. Because I feel like a lot of times, like I just said, we are so worried about being by ourselves, being alone. I have kids, so I'm never going to be alone. I'm never going to be by myself. So I had to realize that I don't have to put up with somebody treating me any kind of a way because I'll never be alone. If ever I feel like I need to snuggle or cuddle, I'm going to go get one of my kids. I'm going to go get baby. I'm going to go cuddle up with my son. I don't have to deal with somebody sucking the light out of me. Baby, I have been glowing since I got divorced and had my son. I have been glowing, baby, and my blessings have not stopped because I'm choosing to avoid the toxicness, the toxic relationship. I'm over being worried about if I can trust a person or not. I know one day that person will come, but I'm not going to sit here and settle for less than I deserve so I don't be alone. So I don't feel like I'm missing something. I don't need a man to get pleasure. Baby, there are plenty of different things for that. I don't need a man to make my body shake, baby. Trust and believe that. So again, why would I sit up here and put up with somebody that don't got no job, that's cheating, that I gotta beg to clean up or to do anything around the house? Why am I gonna be with that person? Why would I be with that person? Like, that's a joke. That's a joke. It's crazy. Oh, thank you so much. You know, and like I said, I this last um relationship for me with my son's father, it was a lot. It was a lot. We had only been married like 8 months. And so, to find out that he was reaching out to other women, trying to meet up with other women, he was still using the drugs. It was very hard. It was very hard. To find out that 3 days after finding out I was pregnant, he was writing another woman trying to meet up and have sex with her. That, like, that was devastating. That was devastating. To know that I had put up with this person putting their hands on me, talking to me like I wasn't crazy, dealing with all these things that I didn't deserve it. I knew I didn't deserve it, but I wanted to be a wife. I wanted to show my kids what being a family is like, right? But it wasn't. It was toxic. And I wasn't showing my kids what being a family was like, because that's not being a family. That's not love. And I'm glad, and I don't regret at all walking away from either marriages, because it was more important for me to get my mental health back and for my kids to have their mental health and for us to get over and past the trauma than to sit and keep living in this madness and keep having my kids see me in this madness and have them in that madness, because they had to hear the arguing, they had to see the fighting, they had to experience those things just like me. And I wasn't going for it no more. I wasn't going for it no more. And I don't want my daughter thinking, like I said, that it's okay to have a man talk to you disrespectfully, put you down, put their hands on you, to lie, to cheat, to not have a job and not protect and not provide. That's not a man. That's not somebody you want to be with. And I don't want my son thinking that he could go out here and talk to somebody's daughter any kind of a way and put his hands on them and lie and to cheat and to not provide and to not protect. Why would I want my son to go out into the world and treat somebody's sister, daughter, mama like that? Why? No, no. But I had to decide, if I don't want my kids to be treated like that or to treat others like that, I can no longer allow them to see me being treated like that. And I'm okay with just it being me right now, because I know that eventually I will be in that relationship I want to be in. But right now, I'm building my boundaries, I'm setting my standards. And I'm saying, if you don't meet these qualities, then you got to go, sucker. Because I got kids, I got responsibilities. And if you're not going to be as motivated and as dedicated as I am, I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with you. I am not dealing with you. And I feel so much better because I made that decision. I made that decision that it was more important for me to find my love for myself than to continue to beg and plead and be treated wrongly to get that love from somebody else. And since I never took this music break, I want to, also, like I said, tell you guys, this is very important for me to do this episode and to do this suffering in silence. I'm in a toxic relationship because, again, we all have been through it. I've been through it, but it really touched me because recently my cousin, him and his girlfriend, they are both deceased now because they were in a toxic relationship. And instead of somebody being big enough to walk away and say, you know what, I can't do this no more. I can't keep feeding into this toxicness. I can't keep feeding into this negativity. I can't do this with you no more. I can't keep letting my kids see me like this. I can't do this with you no more. Instead of somebody just walking away, now there's two people dead. Y'all hear me? No, it's not surprising. We hear a lot of times about domestic violence, a lot of women who have been killed by their boyfriends. But for me to sit here and to know that I lost someone to being in a toxic relationship, this was my guy. When I tell you, like, this was my guy, like, he was just the biggest supporter. If it was not for him, I probably wouldn't be singing. I probably would not be singing. My very first song, Our Bodies, he sent the beat for that song. I told him, like, cuz I got this crazy idea. I never sung, I've never done anything, but I got these lyrics in my head. I can't get rid of them. I want to do something really special for people loving themselves and loving their bodies and being comfortable in their bodies. Because at that time, I wasn't comfortable in my own body. And so it was my way of pushing myself and also encouraging others. And he was just so supportive. He sent me the beat. I recorded Our Bodies. And here I am years later making music and absolutely loving it. So I have not been able to listen to Our Bodies the same for about the last 3 weeks, almost a month now. It's been very, very hard. When I made the post that I was going to be a part of the Super Bowl halftime, he was one of the first people to repost it. It was one of his last posts. One of his last posts was about me and celebrating me and my accomplishment. And it's been really hard. It has been really hard. And so today, is why I want to have this conversation with you guys. Being in a toxic relationship, we've got to stop making it normal. It's not normal. It's not okay. It's too many of us getting hurt, getting abused, getting killed. 2 families now are grieving because they didn't decide to walk away. There are babies now without parents because they couldn't decide that this wasn't healthy enough. This isn't good for me. It's not good for you. It's not good for our kids. If you're in a relationship where you're constantly verbally, like I said, getting talked down to physically, you got excuse me, you got a person tearing your stuff up. They've got to go, baby. They've got to go. There ain't no working that out. You punching holes in my wall. I got kids that live here. You ain't even got no job, so you can't replace nothing that you breaking. I can't with that. I can't with that. And again, letting our kids see this and letting them think that it's okay for us to be in these kinds of relationships and that these kinds of relationships are okay. They are not. They are not. And if we don't break these cycles, now it's going to continue with our kids. And we're going to be seeing our kids in toxic relationships and begging and pleading them, please don't be with that person, right? Oh, thank you so much, Kalani, for your condolences. It's been crazy and it's just been very sad because, like I said, it could have been prevented if somebody would have just said enough is enough. I want to be happy and I can't be happy with you. We have to be honest and telling people I'm not happy with you. I deserve to be happy. We deserve to be happy. I'm reading the comments. Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm glad that you didn't go to jail. I'm glad that you didn't go to jail. Mm, wow. And like I said, 3 days after and I'm reading the comments to myself, but Kalani was just sharing that, things get physical. Cops get called. I had to call the cops on Maury's dad, and they had to remove him from the home. He was going crazy. He was going crazy. Um, and again, 3 days after finding out that I was pregnant, he was writing another one. He had been writing women the whole time. You know what I mean? So it wasn't the first time in our marriage that I had him writing women. The first time I caught him writing, well, like in our marriage, okay, because I dealt with it while we were dating, right? And I got married thinking that it would change and it would get better. He was saying that, I want to be married because I want to show you that I want you and I want this, right? So I give this chance. And again, this whole marriage, you're right, another woman, when his mother passed away, he went out and cheated on me, ended up getting the car towed and just a whole bunch of madness. And then I said, I overlooked that, like, okay, our first incident, we're newly married, things happen, right? For better or for worse, right? We try to use that excuse, for better or for worse. Nowhere does it say that you're supposed to put up with somebody putting their hands on you, talking to you like you're crazy. That's not what they meant by for better or for worse, okay? So, and then to go through, this divorce and losing my apartment, and then to try to get back in school, him stealing my father's ashes, like to go through all of these things were so toxic. And I could tell you, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful to the Lord that my son is here, because all of the stress and all of the things that I went through in this toxic relationship, and then to have to overcome all of these things because of this toxic relationship. I thought I was going to have a miscarriage, y'all. I did not think, I was terrified that my little baby was not going to make it. With all the stress and all of the craziness, I just thought, okay, I'm going to end up having a miscarriage. Again, being in a toxic relationship where it starts to affect your health. Being in a toxic relationship will make you sick, for real, for real. Are silent when it comes to issues. We don't talk about things with our significant other, or them pushing talking off. It's so discouraging. We are told to just deal with it and to be a man. You know what, Connie? I agree with you. A lot of men, they don't talk about it. Women are not the only ones in toxic relationships. There are women out here that are talking to men, you know, just crazy. It does go both ways. It absolutely does go both ways. And we need to talk about it. We need to get out of these toxic relationships. Just because you're a man, you don't deserve for your woman to continuously talk down to you, or to put their hands on you, be smacking you all upside your head and in your face. And you don't deserve all that. Unless you trifling and you cheating, and she like, who is this? But again, it's not just women that are in these toxic relationships. You're absolutely right. And a lot of you men are not speaking up on it. Some of us women are not good. We are just as trifling as y'all. Some of us don't work. We ain't doing a good job taking care of the house or the kids. You know what I mean? We ain't helping to provide. Giving a we're not giving what we're not giving what we are receiving, right? Like I said, I want to be in a residual relationship where every day that person is feeding into me everything that I need, and I don't have to do nothing but wake up and be me, baby. That's it. I want that kind of relationship. I don't want to no longer ever be in a relationship again where I have to beg somebody, hey, babe, can you take out the garbage? Hey, babe, can you pick your stuff up over there? Hey, babe, can you no, I want somebody that's gonna take initiative. I want my dude to be like, hey, babe, you want me to take something out for dinner? Hey, babe, I'm about to take the garbage out. You got any trash you want me to grab? Or can y'all bring the trash out? I'm getting ready to take the trash out. I want that guy. I want that guy. I said, it took me 20 years to finally be able to realize that I don't need that toxicity. Yeah, I'm 31, and yeah, it took me a few relationships, two divorces, and two kids to realize, like, I'm good. I'm good. I am so good. And when, like you said, when I accepted that, one, I'd never be alone because I got kids. And then when I accepted that I don't deserve to be treated this kind of a way. And when I started to set boundaries for myself, like, okay, I'm not going to put up with somebody that can't be transparent. I am more than open when it comes to being when I'm with somebody. I'm very open about me being curious about women. I'm very open about my habits and the different things that I do, as far as how I like to conduct myself when I'm out socially with my friends. I'm very open. Most days I don't even wear clothes. I'm very open. So I want somebody that is that open with me. I don't want to feel like every day I'm waking up to somebody that I don't know, because I'm constantly finding out all these dirty, nasty secrets. I know that there are skeletons in all our closet, but baby, let's drag all our skeletons out, and let's just have a spring cleaning of skeletons. I want to be, like I said, with someone who I know. I don't have to worry when you go out, or if you're doing this, just like when I'm going out, and especially because I do so many different things where I have to mix and mingle with men. I have to be at events and be around these men. And I need my husband to be able to trust me when I'm out in those situations. If he's not going to be at that event with me, because trust and believe, if my husband is a real one, right? If he a real one and he ain't toxic, he should be on every live, commenting, liking, sharing, right? And then when I get off, we should be talking about, hey, babe, you had a great show, but I think next week you should probably do this. Angle the camera like this. Tilt your head a little more like this. Why don't you brush your hair back? I want my dude like that. And vice versa. I want to know when he's going out to work or if he's taking trips, he's not on the WhatsApp app or the X app, and he not writing different people, and he not trying to meet up with other people and just being weird. I don't want to be with somebody that got a secret dating account. I want, when my person gets with me, I want all, if they ever been on anything, I don't want them to be like, well, I don't get on that stuff no more, because that's what they say. Well, I don't get on no more. I deleted the app, but you didn't deactivate the profile. So now you logging on other devices, you using the Internet Explorer and all these different things, so you can still be a creep and a freak. Period. Period. And I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. Most people that know me know I'm looking for Ashley. That's the name I gave my pretend girlfriend, my imaginary girlfriend. And when she comes, I'm putting her in the universe, Ashley. And so when the universe brings her to me, right? I want to be open and honest with my significant. He's already going to know. And we can go look for Ashley together. Okay. I want somebody that is open and honest, and we can talk about things like that, and we can have different conversations. I want to know that no matter what, right, through sickness and health, through the good, the bad, all those different things, I'm going to have somebody that's going to ride for me. Because I think a major issue for everyone is that we don't establish boundaries and we let others walk all over us because we have a heart. Amen to that. I know I didn't set no boundaries. I felt like my first marriage, like, okay, maybe I set too many boundaries, right? And maybe I was too much. So moving forward, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have no standards. I'm just gonna take it as it is, as long as he loves me and he treats me well and he makes me laugh and we can cuddle at night, right? But then I got with my son's father, and it was totally different. Completely different. And I just accepted things and I didn't have these boundaries. So he just did whatever he wanted to do because I didn't have any boundaries. And everything was okay. And we could work it out. And, it's all right. But it wasn't all right. And it's not all right. It wasn't all right that he cheated and that he lied and that he had this whole addiction that he told me he was over, that he was done with, but he wasn't. And instead of him being my husband and being my partner and being my teammate and saying, babe, I have this demon and I need your help to fight and overcome it, he didn't say a word. He didn't say a word. And that's toxic. That's toxic. I want somebody that can come to me and say, babe, I'm struggling. I need you. And as that person's partner, I'm supposed to say, I'm here for you. I'm gonna help you. Let's take a music break for real, you guys, and then jump right back into this conversation. And also, after the music break, want to get into a couple of things that are happening around us. But don't stop commenting, please, guys. I'm in a toxic relationship. Have you ever been in a toxic relationship? Do you know somebody that's in a toxic relationship? Have you overcome a toxic relationship? Because we are some survivors. If you are strong enough to walk away from somebody who is not doing good to you or for you. So I want to get into our bodies. And again, I have not been able to listen to this song the same way. It has just really given me a whole different outlook on everything to really see this. And it makes me sad because I know again, my cousin and his girlfriend and their families, they aren't the only families that are grieving from something like this or experiencing something like this. And it's sad. And I want this episode to be encouragement to anybody that's out there in a toxic relationship or overcome a toxic relationship, to just love yourself. If you love yourself enough, you won't put up with those things, and it could save your life. It can save your life. I promise you it can. So here is Our Bodies, you guys. Don't go anywhere. Like I said, more with I'm in a toxic relationship, and also got some things that are happening around us. I love just how I can share this with you, and I just love all of this. So let's go to screen share. There we go. All right, guys, here's Our Bodies by yours truly, Gracie Love. And again, Marty Got Bars Lewis.
This feels like summer, but you make me feel so alive. Just be my lover, but you lead me to paradise.
I love your body on my body, baby. There's nothing better than a body's baby. Together we'll drive the world crazy. Just love my body, just love my body. I love your body on my body, baby. There's nothing better than a body's baby. Together we'll drive the world crazy. Just love my body, just love my body. This world can be so crazy. Chew you up with all the hate. It ain't changing, it ain't worth it, it ain't worth it. But my flaws, you adore them, you adore them. You wouldn't change it, you wouldn't change it. So my heart, you could take it, just don't break it, just don't break it. And when the world stress me out, to you I run without a doubt. Euphoria, your love explains it, your love explains it. And on those days, I can't be super, you always choose up. Ooh, I love you, let it storm. Don't need no cover, just wanna ride it, just let me ride it. I love your body on my body, baby. There's nothing better than a body's baby. Together we'll drive the world crazy. Just love my body, just love my body. I love your body on my body, baby. There's nothing better than a body's baby. Together we'll drive the world crazy. Just love my body, just love my body. I need your body, I need your body. Just love my body, everybody. Just love your body. We need our bodies, so love your body. Inside your body, outside your body. Just love your body. We need our bodies, so everybody. Just love your body, just love your body. We need our bodies. I love your body on my body, baby. There's nothing better than a body's baby. Together we'll drive crazy. Just love your body, just love my body. I love your body on my body, baby. There's nothing better than a body's baby. Together we'll drive the world crazy. Just love your body, just love my body.
You know, I heard a lot of remixes to this song in particular, but this is not to be confused. I'm not.
Oh gosh. Okay. Haha. We're back. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for coming back. And that was Our Bodies and a little bit of Trace song. So hopefully we don't get muted for that. I swear Facebook mutes me every week when I'm playing different songs. And I'm like, I have rights to that. I'm an artist on that song. It's me on there. But Facebook always tries to get me, but that's okay. Today, you guys, we are talking about being in toxic relationships, right? What does that mean to be in a toxic relationship? To be in a relationship that's no good for you, that's bringing no good to you, okay? It's stressing you out, making you feel depressed, right? You're bruised up maybe because it's physical. Again, you're feeling just down, and that's toxic. You can't compromise with this person. I need a little chapstick, you guys. I'm sorry. Boy, it's dry out here in Vegas, and my lips are definitely a testament of that. So my lips can glow as greatly as my skin. Shout out to my Carmex. And I'm so bad. I have I bought a 5-pack of Burt's Bees, and I've lost like all of them. And so it's very crazy for me right now. But I want to agree with Kalani real quick when he says that what's sad is our generation got messed up because we got brought up in the tech age. We have cell phones that have all these features to hide infidelity, even promote infidelity. And that's true, right? Now there's so many different dating sites, and you can just make so many dating profiles, and you can just do all of these different things and hide it, right? Like I said, the person can say, "Oh, well, I deleted the app. I deleted the app." Okay, you deleted the app, but you didn't deactivate your profile. So you're still getting notifications, or you're using your Chrome or your Safari to jump on and still have these interactions. Like, I didn't know that my son's father still had all these profiles. I was like blown away. I'm like, you're on POF, you're on like all these things, and it just blew my mind because here I am just thinking you got Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat because that's what those are the applications, but not realizing that you're going on all these other different things and reaching out to these women. And it's just very, very sad. Like you said, we live in a generation now where it is just so it's just so normal to be cheated on, and to be cheating. Like, it's just so normal. Like, oh yeah, he cheated on me, but we're okay. Yeah, I know he still be talking to that girl, but he ain't doing nothing with her. They just talking. Words ain't never hurt nobody. Wrong. Wrong. I don't want a dude that is out here being friendly to other women. You don't need to worry about how her day was. You don't need to let her know that no, you need to be single if you want to do that. Because if you with me, you should be telling me that, hey, beautiful, good morning, beautiful. Those are for me to enjoy those kinds of compliments. Those days, if you giving that to other women, that's over, boo. That's over. That's over. You don't need no new friends. If you still out searching for friends or trying to be friendly or whatever, and you are in a relationship, you need to stay single if you want new friends. If you're in a relationship, we should be going out and hanging out with other couples. Why would you be trying to hang out or get relationship advice from somebody who's single, who ain't got a relationship, who ain't never been married, who ain't never been in the situation you've been in? So how is he gonna give you some advice? Vice versa. Ladies, sometimes our friends are trying to give us some advice and they ain't never been in our situation to advise us correctly. Simple. So, real quick, want to get into some things as I let you guys simmer on that. So, things happening around us. You guys know Chris Brown and versus Ruffles, right? Who was it that decided that Chris Brown couldn't participate in the NBA All-Star Weekend? Was it Ruffles or was it the NBA? Somebody had a decision to say in it. What if it was both of them combined together and it was a mutual agreement between both parties? But now that the Cats have the bag, don't nobody want to take accept that was their decision that they made, and they don't want to stand behind it. So now everybody is boycotting Ruffles. Nobody is eating Ruffles anymore because y'all wouldn't let Chris Brown do his thing. And I think that it is, kind of funny how, being the topic is a toxic relationship and this being something happening around us right now. Again, Chris Brown had his incident with Rihanna, and it is what it is. What happened is what happened. But in the last couple of years, I'm going to say in the last 3 years, okay, I haven't really heard too much about Chris Brown doing anything in a toxic relationship. Only thing I've seen him doing is putting out some great music, some great art. And I think that we should let him move on. But again, like I said, they both, him and Rihanna, right? They both was in this toxic relationship. And things got crazy, right? Things got violent. And luckily, nobody, got seriously injured, and they both have a chance to move on with their lives and be better people. Rihanna now has 2 kids. She's doing her thing, living her life. And we should see that same opportunity for Chris Brown. I want to see that he's not going to be somebody in a toxic relationship, not going to be somebody doing things that are toxic in a relationship. And I think in these last couple of years, I have seen that. But again, I'm not doing this episode. I'm nowhere near for nobody putting their hands on nobody. I don't think that's the way to go. I don't think that's the way to go. So do I ever commend what he did to her? Never. I will never. And is it going to be a stain? Yeah, it's just like for all of us when we make a bad decision and we have to face a consequence. And sometimes those consequences stick with us for life, right? But we still get to get up and change our lives and try to be better and not make that mistake again. So I just think, again, yeah, he did make a terrible mistake doing what he did to her. And again, I don't condone it at all. I don't condone being in a toxic relationship. Whatever happened that night, one of them should have decided to get out of the car, whether it had been her, whether it had been him. Somebody should have got out of that car tonight, and it should have never have happened. It should have never, ever have gotten there. Never. But it's just sad that now that after all these years that we still aren't able to see the artistic greatness, okay? The artistic greatness of Chris Brown, from his music, like I said, to the art that he does. We aren't able to recognize those things like we should have because he has been overshadowed by this toxic relationship that he was in. Moving forward with what is happening around us, did you guys know Donald Trump has a sneaker line? Let me say that again. Did you guys know Donald Trump has a sneaker line? Apparently, Mr. Trump was at the Sneaker Con out in Philadelphia, where he unveiled his new sneaker line. Okay. And Fox News reporter Raymond Apoli, I want to say. Hopefully I said his name right. But he said that Trump will gain Black support because of this. Says Trump is reaching Black culture and he's connecting with Blacks because they, talking about Blacks, love sneakers. I actually don't. I am now like a Crocs person, Uggs person. You probably catch me in some Nikes, maybe every now and then because of work. But I like memory foam shoes. I like soft stuff that really relax my feet. So I'm not really a sneakerhead, but I just found that it was funny. One, Donald Trump got a sneaker line. Really, really, I'm curious. I know there's going to be people out there that buy them because he has supporters, of course, but it just blows my mind, and it just again makes me encourage people, makes me want to continue to encourage people to do whatever it is your heart is set on. If Donald Trump and all the crazy mad things that he has done can put out a shoe, baby, let nothing stop you. Let nothing stop you. And for this news reporter to have the audacity to say that he is connecting with blacks because they love sneakers. So we don't care about policies and any of those things that come with why we are supposed to vote. If you got some hot sneakers, I'm going to vote for you. I don't think so. I don't think so. So luckily, there has been a lot of black backlash from the black community for this Fox News reporter, which is rightfully so. Again, it's just crazy to think, one, Donald Trump has a shoe line, but two, that you would think that because that is connecting to the black culture, first off, and that is going to make black people run to the polls in support of him because he got a golden sneaker. They got a little shop out here in Vegas where you can go and pay so much money you can make your own custom sneaker. So I don't think I want to buy Trump's sneaker. I can go make my own. Facts. So that is a few things happening around us. I'm gonna wrap this show up this evening, but I definitely want to shout out Kalani. Thank you so much for tuning in and being part of this conversation. I also want to shout out Piercings by Cece. She hooked my little piercing up and it just came out so fabulous, and it's still fabulous. So shout outs to her. Also shout outs to Candy Nails by Drika. She did an amazing job. And shout out to my ladies at Jazzy Chick Boutique, baby, because she gave me a banging little piece. I love it. I love it. I love it. It looks fabulous. So shout outs to all those fabulous ladies. And also shout outs to my baby, Emily. Her and her friend, they had a cute little spa party today, and it was so cute. So thank you so much for the invite. I really appreciated it. I definitely needed the girls' time, and it was just really a lot of fun. So thank you so much for the invite. And you guys, before I go, I want to make sure that you guys know that you can go on to Amazon and you guys can get my book, which you guys all need to go ahead and get a copy of, right? Go ahead and get your copy of Quick Fix Meals by the one and only Gracie Love. I'm going to pull it up for you guys real quick on Amazon. And you guys, I also have some copies on hand, so you guys can buy them off of me. If you don't want to wait and order one, I do have a couple on hand. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Here we go. I just love it. I love sharing my screen. I have no idea. It's been a fantastic little tool. Okay, so here it is on Amazon. So you guys can go ahead and again, you can order your copy right here on Amazon. Yeah, I am an official published author. So you guys can go ahead, order order your copy on Amazon. If you have Kindle, you can get it there. You can get your hard copy. You can get your paper copy, which is what I have copies of. So you, like I said, can get a copy of it from me, or you can get your copy off of Amazon. I just love that. You can zoom and it shows you the cover, and it's just fabulous and fantastic. So make sure that you guys order your copy. You can again order it, and that is if you get a hard copy. The paper copy also looks like that with that little pink on the top. So make sure you go ahead and get your copy. Quick Fix Meals by your girl Gracie Love. That's my book, guys, on Amazon. That's so amazing. It's so amazing. So again, go on Amazon, get your Quick Fix Meals copy, or you can hit me up and I can get you a copy. So I just love that. Love that. And yeah, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, okay, we lost one of the Instagrams, but that's okay. I'm getting ready to wrap it up. So I would just thank everybody again for tuning in. Thank you so much, Kalani. It was so good to connect with you. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the conversation. And I just miss and love you. We used to work together at a Shurion, and he was just the best person ever. Just so friendly, just so great with the customers, a complete whiz when it came to the text and the breakdown of the phone. This guy's absolutely a mad genius when it comes to the technology of the phones. And it was just a pleasure getting to be on your team during that time. And I'm glad that we are still connected all these years later. So good night, you guys. It has been one heck of a time for me, one heck of a week for me. But I got some great things coming up in these next 2 weeks. I'm so excited. Can't wait to share with you guys. So keep your eye out. I also got some new pictures in from the Super Bowl. So I got a couple better close-up pictures of by the stage during the Super Bowl halftime performance and watching the documentary. Did you guys watch the little 10-minute documentary that they did on the iPhones? We were, I was standing next to one of the guys as he was recording when they do the scene of Little John when he's on the stage and they're doing, yeah. I was standing next to that dude when he was holding that iPhone, and he was literally holding the iPhone like this while he was performing. So it was crazy to see all those different pieces coming together because we were seeing them running around with the iPhones. So that was really, really cool. And it was a really, really nice piece. And it was just an amazing, amazing experience. And shout out to my field cast friends because they came and joined me last week. If you guys missed that episode, you guys know you can always go back and watch the lives again. And make sure you guys like, and make sure you guys share, because this was a very, very special one for me. So yeah, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for all the love and all the support. And this show I want to dedicate to my cousin. Look, everything is about to die and everything is just like shutting off and shutting down. So let me finish this up. I just want to dedicate this show to my cousin Martell Marty, God Bars Lewis, and our family, and to the family of his girlfriend, and my condolences to them, and just to everybody who has been into who's lost somebody to a toxic relationship. And I also just want to encourage anybody that's in a toxic relationship, love yourself, baby. You don't have to deal with that. And trust me, if you have kids, you'll never be alone. And if you worried about, well, I can't pay this, and baby, God is going to make a way for you. Trust me when I say that. Trust me when I say that. I have lost it all, and I am still standing. I'm still here with y'all, a published author, a singer, a model, a mom, a podcast host, everything under the sun. I am definitely Gracie Badass. The definition of a badass is me. Okay. And I stand by it fully. And I thank you all for supporting me and being this badass. And just thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Make sure, like I said, you share and you like and you keep this conversation going, because it's important for us. It's important for people to know what a toxic relationship is, and that you can get out of that toxic relationship before it ends up in you losing your life, or somebody ending up losing their lives, and somebody's families having to grieve, or children having to go without parents. I love you guys. Have a good night. Like, my voice is even getting tired. It has been a long day. Oh, and shout out to my mommy. She is in her second session for her sign language class. So she already completed the first session, which was 5 weeks. So now she's in her second session, which is 4 weeks. So we got 2 weeks left in this session. And I am just so amazed by the way she has just been rocking and overcoming everything. So I'm just very, very excited for her and these next 2 weeks of wrapping up and what can possibly be coming after this. So I love you guys. Good night. Until next time, you guys. Peace and blessings. I am your girl, Gracie Love, and I'm going to leave you today with a song, because that's what I do. And I think today I want to do 21 Pills, Same Difference. Shout outs to 21 Pills. I'm so excited to be a part of the cast. He has an amazing project coming up. And again, I'm really, really happy to be a part of the cast. So thank you so, so much, 21. Here is me and 21 Pills, Same Difference. Peace and blessings, you guys. Love you.
We can never be how we came, 'cause I don't see you the same. You're saying you're not the blame, so why is it we see it so differently? I'm not missing you like you're missing me, so you don't need to ask, or I will feel if I take you back, you're so aggravating. Boy, you make the bed that you lay in. All of those years I was patient. I took all I could take then. When did you turn to a landmine? You're blowing me up every damn time. I take a step, it's a damn shame. You should have done right when you had me. So now you want me back in your life. How many times have we tried? Even if I really, really wanted to, I can't get over the lies. And my friends telling me that I deserve someone better than you. So I hear you talking, but don't know if you're telling the truth.
Ooh, you say we can never be how we came. If you don't see me the same, I'm saying I'm not the blame. So why is it we see it so differently? And I'm missing you. Are you missing me? 'Cause you don't even ask why would you say da 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 da. If you take me back, da. What do you mean, no? I thought we was on a break like spring, no. I can easily blame it on the pino, but I really thought we split clean, so how did I be the one that you can't trust? Yeah, they try, baby, I'd never cheat once. It was I who said we need to fix this. It was I who decided to break up, but now I need you back in my life. So what if this will be the third time? Why you always listening to them? Your best friend don't even got a man. I only want your love. The mother girls don't even got a chance. You won't be dumb, dumb, dumb. You'll just be my baby again.
We can never be how we came, 'cause I don't see you the same. bed that you're laying. All of those years I was patient. I took all I could take then. When did you turn to a landmine? You're blowing me up every damn time. I take a step, it's a damn shame. You should've done right when you had me. So now you want me back in your life. How many times have we tried? Even if I really, really wanted to, I can't get over the lies. And my friends telling me that I deserve someone better than you. So I hear you talking, but don't know if you're telling the truth.
Ooh, you say we can never be how we came. If you don't see me the same, I'm saying I'm not the blame. So why is it we see it so differently? And I'm missing you. Are you missing me? What do you mean, no? I thought we was on a break like spring, no. I can easily blame it on the pino, but I really thought we split clean, so how did I be the one that you